No, not at all.
Okay.
That's a realization right now.
The best, it's all happy accidents. Bob Ross style. So this is like your second year doing the Lucinda Williams, right?
Yeah.
How did this come about?
How did it come about? So my rhythm guitar player, who's also my boyfriend, he was like, oh, he likes to start bands. He just is an idea guy.
Great.
Thank you so much. Real life audience footage. And he was like, I want to start a Lucinda Williams band and call it I Love Lucy, because that's like a cute name.
Right.
And then we're like, wait, why don't we just do the Lucinda Williams tribute and we'll do it on Valentine's Day and we'll call it I Love Lucy. And I really kind of I wasn't as familiar with her music until we did this tribute a year ago, and now I'm just like, there's so many, I mean, we played, I think, 20 songs tonight, and there's so many that we didn't play that are wonderful.
Her catalog is just like so deep. I was shocked, like, because I like grew up listening to her. It was like always on in the car, like with my dad and stuff. I was stoked that you played Honeybee, because that was the album that was like in my car all week.
Awesome.
So I was like so excited to hear that, and like, yeah, her catalog is so deep, and from album to album it changes so much. Like, I feel like even lyrically, like on Car Wheels, you have like stuff that's just like, you took my joy, I want it back, straight up. And then like World Without Tears, it's like the blue behind my eyelids. Like, she gets like lyrically dense at times. Yes. It's just like, I feel like people don't give her enough credit for the amount of variability that she has.
Yes, absolutely. Well, actually, her ability to step into a lot of different genres has kind of been a thing that has made her, like, the music industry really wants people to be like, you're a country artist, you're a rock artist, and she's all over the place. She's folk, she's Americana, she's country, she's rock and roll, she's gospel, she's blues, so it makes it so much fun to cover the music, because it's just all over the place, and not even just the music, but like the depth of the content as well. It's just, it's great.
It was so interesting to hear you guys do it, because I was like, I hadn't heard of your band before. Ozzy actually suggested that we go to the show, but I like started listening to her. I was like, it's gonna be so interesting to hear somebody with like straight up like a beautiful voice sing their songs, because I feel like she's like one of the few women that has really made it in the music industry without having a conventionally beautiful voice, which I think is like one of the other ones I can think of is like Kimya Dawson, which is like sort of a different genre, but like it's something I admire about her so much.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I feel like maybe by traditional terms not beautiful, but it is.
But it's doing so much work.
Yes,
and there's so many men like Bob Dylan or whatever. They get so much credit. Not that they're not great, but that there's so many men that get like, oh, like, well, we love this guy because he's unconventional with his voice. But like, I think it really speaks to the strength of her songs that she's managed to like have an entire career singing the way she does.
There are definitely some songs that I'm like, when we were rehearsing, I'm like, oh, I feel like I sound too pretty sounding on this, and I want to sound more like how she sounds, just like this really gritty, raw sound that is so unique to her.
What would some of those be?
Oh, I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
She gotcha.
Well, like on some of the slower, like Right in Time, Righteously, Essence, like they're kind of lower too in my register, or just in general for a women's voice, I guess.
Great.
Thank you so much. So like those, but she brings so much character into those songs. So I don't know. I did the best I could, but at the same time, it's like it's fun to do my own interpretations of that.
No, I think you guys like really like towed the line well with like doing your own thing and like also like paying tribute to the classicness of so many of your songs.
Thank you.
Tribute shows, I don't know, like how this is actually like for me, it's the first tribute show I've been to in like a really long time. I've like always been so biased against them because there was like a venue near my house where I grew up, the Stone Pony.
You're from
acoustic. I lived in New Jersey for a little bit, and it was like it got bought by Live Nation and got taken over by like AC/DC tribute bands or whatever. And I've been like so biased against them, but like. I love what you guys did with her stuff, and I wonder how you guys approach a tribute show to make it like both paying respect to the artist, but also staying true to yourself as artists.
Yeah. Yes. We are not a tribute band. Like we are a band that plays original music, and this is the only tribute that we will ever do. You know,
one tribute show per year.
One tribute show a year, and I think what makes that cool is that the people who are coming to see us, they know us for our band. So they're like, we're gonna go see Kiss the Tiger and do Lucinda Williams, and I think that allows us to just. Yeah, because if we were just a tribute band, like people are coming to hear the songs exactly the way that they sound on the recording, it would be different. But I feel like we have a little more freedom because it is like just like a once a year thing to really take ownership of it and make it our own. And it's cool too. Like, you know, there's a part of me that's like, oh, it's just a tribute show, but it's such a good study of somebody's work, and it like has helped influence our songwriting, and to make think differently about songwriting.
Yeah,
or just to like enter
from doing this.
Well, all of Lucinda's music is so. It just like really gets to the heart of life and the experience of life, and there's nothing sugar-coated about anything that she writes about. It's just like some of the lyrics are just about boiling a pot of water on the stove, you know, and she somehow makes it like so poetic. She makes the everyday so poetic, and I think that's the thing that I've taken away the most from her songwriting is that like those everyday observations, sometimes like banal, boring, everyday things, are actually the things that are like the most poignant of life. Yes,
that's awesome. I love Lucinda.
That was killer. That was killer. You had that ready.
I feel like she's like, again, like I said, like one of those artists I grew up on, and I feel like I gained such like a newfound appreciation for her tonight. I'm like, I didn't know I knew all these lyrics.
Right.
Well, and the other thing I'll say too is that like I know she's still alive, and a lot of these bands that people do tributes for, they're like either disbanded or most of the members are dead. But I also really wanted to do this tribute because it's like we see Bob Dylan tributes all the time. We see Tom Petty, we see the Beatles, we see
same old guys,
same old guys, and I'm like, this woman is an incredible songwriter and deserves as much like accolades, which I know that people appreciate her like in the world of music, but not everybody in the general populace knows who she is. I mean, I didn't know who she was until like a couple of years ago. I really knew her music, so and friends that I have, they're like, oh, Lucinda Williams, I don't know who that is, and I'm like, you gotta.
And kind of like, it sucks for people to only get like accolades after they die. Or,
I was gonna say, like, how special is it to tribute someone while they're still alive?
Yes.
And like, we can still respect and appreciate what they've done, and they're still here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Maybe she's not here in Minnesota, but
maybe next year.
unless Lucinda, come on out.
I hear she has such stage fright. Like, I feel like a small venue like this would almost be more intimidating than like the places
Maybe.
she plays.
I've never seen her live. So.
She's like, there's like, whenever she comes through wherever I'm living, like something comes up.
We were gonna drive to Missouri to go see her this
like
fall just to do it, and we were just like, it can't, it doesn't work. Every year.
Like I have one more thing to say. Oh yeah, this is. If you do it next year, I don't know if you would ever consider playing I Lost It.
Yeah, I lost it.
I'm actually not.
It's our favorite one.
Okay.
It's CC and I's song.
Okay.
I love it so much.
It's just
like,
beautiful.
It's a rocker.
Okay.
But it's a little emotional.
It would be a good closing song. That's what I was
Like end
thinking.
of the set.
I
Yeah.
want to do. I'll add that to the list. I want to do Sweet Old World. I want to do something from like the very first.
Yeah.
I was like
trade out one of the ballads for that one.
Yeah, I mean that whole album is so heavy. It's like, I mean, I love like, I don't know if you know the song Piney Lola. It's also
See, I'm not an expert.
I have like 20 years.
Yeah, CC's
not
like,
fair, but like, that's like a song I love, but it's also like such a heavy, like frankly like a suicide song. It's like you can't play it. Like she's got stuff you can't play in her scenario.
Yeah.
She's got. I heard one on the radio the other day, and I was like, "Damn it! I wish we were doing. Dang it!"
It's okay. You can swear. It doesn't matter.
Are you alright? Are you alright? And it's, the other thing about her writing too, which is really affirming for me, is that I have a hard time writing bridges. I don't like writing bridges in my songwriting.
Yeah.
She doesn't have like any bridges.
That's true. She just ends her song.
Yeah. So I was like,
she writes a really good verse and a really good chorus,
And then the song's done.
guitar part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was affirming for me. I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't need one.
She knows she doesn't need one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to add? Say to the people.
Come next year. Come to Lucinda Williams tribute next year. Valentine's Day 2025. I think they'll have us back.
I used to think you were strong. I used to think you were right. I used to think nothing could go wrong. Oh, don't tell anybody the secrets. Don't tell anybody the secrets. I know you.
You guys, this is the first real winter snow of Minnesota. Perfect for Minneapolis by Lucinda Williams. What's your take on Lucinda Williams tribute show?
Very good.
Oh yeah.
Valentine's the wedding. Sorry.
Jane said very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. I love Lucy.
I love Lucy.
What's the question?
What's your take on Lucinda Williams tribute show? Give me a quote.
I told my coworker that you can't outdo the doer, but maybe you can come really close and you can be awesome.
That's true, and that's all you can ask for
And that's
in a
all you
tribute
can ask
show,
for.
I think.
You can do.
You can do.
You can
can't
do.
outdo the doer, but
But you can do. Amen to that, brother.
Yep.
Ouch! No! Let me see something true and beautiful.